this. Hey there everyone, hope you're doing well at home and being healthy, being safe, cleaning your hands, washing your hands, and hope you're all doing well and navigating the small pandemic that we're going through. I thought that in light of recent events with a lot of people being at home and not really having a lot to do, or some people who are even out of work right now because of the coronavirus spreading and everyone needs to be staying at home, washing their hands, and just trying not to go outside, and maybe going a little cabin fever crazy. I figured I would do a little more reading of the My Immortal Harry Potter fanfiction, because why the hell not? It's an absolutely ridiculous story. I cringe reading it. I probably have too much time on my hands right now, and let's face it, I think everyone could use a little whatever My Immortal is right now in their lives. And since we'll be in lockdown for we don't know how long right now, you probably want to conserve your alcohol and wine, like me, in case of emergencies. So instead, I have a hot toddy to help me get through this because I'm still going to need something. So without further ado, let's pick off from where we left off. Roll the recap. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. What an exciting turn of events. Can't wait to see where this is gonna go in Chapter 8. And as always, we will start with a little note from our beloved author. Stop flassin', okay, if you do the prep. What? Moving on. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. What voice do I give Ebony? I feel like it changes every single time. Ebony, it's not what you think! Draco screamed sadly. What does that even sound like? My friend My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me, understatedly. I wonder if it's Bloody or Bloody. Like, you know, Darcy Carden has the apostrophe in her name, but you still pronounce it Darcy, not Darcy. That's just rude. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. Are the contact lenses blood red, or are her eyes blood red but she wears contact lenses? Why am I trying to figure this out? She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it? She still had nightmares about it, and she's very haunted and depressed? It also turns out that her last name is Smith and not Granger? Since she is converted to Satanism, she is a Slytherin now, not Gryffindor? What? This just took a whole... I don't even know what angle turn, but holy crap! Okay, so from what I'm understanding right now, not only is Harry Potter Vampire Potter, Hermione is now apparently Bloody Mary Smith. Is that what is this truly what you're trying to sell to me? Holy frickaracka. I needed that. This is just one chapter. How? What is it you desire, you ridiculous nimwit? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me? I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi and so was Ebony, and for a while there, but then he broke my heart. Did you seriously just change the narrative perspective with no warning? Right then. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid, preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. This chapter is gonna be the one to break me. I don't understand. I don't know why I keep trying to logic this out. Just keep reading. Just streamline it. Come on, Sam, you could do it. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck you, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to burst into tears. Cheers. Chapter 9. Stop flamming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then, all of a sudden, and I am quoting this word from word, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. Oh, he didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Crookshanks? Voldemort fell off his broom and then started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looked just like Joel Maiden. I remember that Draco said that I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him? And then they broke up. No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. Yes, I have telekinesis. And apparently a full Shakespearean accent to it. And if thou doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco. And then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Maiden and Gerald Way. Get it. Lord help me. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay. He said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Chapter 10. Stop it, you. If you do not like my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle after all, and she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses. Okay. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose. I am the lead singer of it and I play guitar. People say we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. So, Vampire equals Harry Potter. Bloody Mary is Hermione. Diablo is Ron. Draco is still Draco. Today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming and we wrote songs instead. Because, you know, that's what you do. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he's a vampire too, and the only way to kill a vampire is with a CROSS or stake. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and a tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. Classy. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. Okay, you called me out there. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerned voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you? You fucking powder muggle bitch. See? Is Dad out of character? Yeah. I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry, all too sensitive. And then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly, Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Other note, I said stop flammin', you prebs. See if this chapter is stupid. 111. It deals with real serious issues. See for yourself if it's stupid. Thanks to my friend Raven for helping me. Hey, Raven's back. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off and ran to my room, crying to myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room, cause he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes. So I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on Linkin Park song on full volume. Yeah. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress and lace all over it. Sandally. I put on black heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and a pair of skull earrings. Fucking believe it. Then I looked out of the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. What did I just read? Ew, you fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked! I thought you were dressed. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. Again, I thought you just got dressed. Suddenly, a vampire ran in. Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took out my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin. And then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student. What voice is that? I may be a Hogwarts student. Hagrid paused angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. This cannot be. Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. Shot him? There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do. Like how it feels when you don't drink enough blood. Hashtag relatable. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. The sensory is just getting ridiculous in this. And then I heard words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood. Because I felt faint. Because Hagrid said, and he paused. Then he swooped in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. I kid you not. Because you're gothic. Snape asked in a little afraid voice. Because he was afraid I meant he was connected to Satan. Because I love her. And that is enough for today. So, I'm actually enjoying this. I mean, maybe it's not as bad as, I thought it was. I mean, a lot of it was just, judging a book by its cover, and hey, this one doesn't even have a book cover, so I mean, maybe I was just jumping to conclusions. Maybe this isn't as bad as, you know, people make it up to be. You know, maybe, like, I think I could actually enjoy this. Not as if that's ever gonna happen. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching me struggle through this. Again, I hope you're all doing well, stay safe, stay at home, and keep washing your hands. This is only temporary and we're going to get through this. In the meantime, stay home, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. And happy April Fools. Bye! Odd. You would think with people on lockdown there would be nobody outside driving, and yet there is. Go away, cars. No, Voldemort. Excuse me. I'm trying to film. Double door. Why are you people out? Stop. Stay inside. Save people. Save lives. Drop the curb.